So, speaking of Sasquatch, my story in Cannon Fodder is titled Sasquatch. And for those of you who've already read Northwest Front, you're familiar with Gunny. I used that story to explain how Gunny got trapped on the Earth side of the portals and why he was so desperate to be reunited with his wife. And so that's what that story is. It's about the elves recruiting the Sasquatch to come work for them on Earth, and they don't keep their promises and things go bad. And so Gunny's stranded here on Earth and separate from Valea. And that's kind of how Gunny ended up here. And so the whole point of Tales from the Gun Crew is to give people who maybe don't know where to start with canon publishing. I mean, we have so many talented authors in that stable. I mean, I'm so fortunate with all the publishers I work with. The other authors are amazing. And I'm not just saying that. They're genuinely talented writers and amazing quality people. And I just feel so blessed that I'm surrounded by such good folks. So if you don't know where to start with canon, Cannon Fodder and a cannon fodder. Haha. We're very
Awesome.
we're very witty and quippy over here. Yes. But it's a great place to start. You've got a sampling of all the universes. There's, I think, 2 or 3 Fey War stories. There's a story from Jonathan LaForce with his characters from Hell's Bells. You've got stories from Al Hagen and his Hexen series, and Dan Kemp and other guys. And it's a nice little taste of what canon has to offer. And if there's short stories in there that you really like, go grab the book and read more about these characters that you enjoy.
Well, that's super cool.
Yeah. And then as far as challenges in writing Sasquatch, Gunny is such a fun character to write. How the heck am I going to keep this to the word count? That was my challenge.
I totally get that. I feel like it would be difficult. I really like non-human characters, but like I think sometimes I get so caught up because as a reader, I want to know so much about. I'm a history teacher, so I want to know their culture, history, anatomy, just different things. So yeah, I feel like it would be really difficult for me to write that character and not, hand him like 20 extra thousand words or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I totally
It
get
was
that.
very much, and that's the thing. That's the challenge between writing a novel and writing a short story. With a short story, what is the soul of your story? Strip away all the excess that you don't need. You still need your world building. You still need your character development. You still need your plot. You just have to really trim it down into, 5 to 10,000 words, depending on what the parameters are for that particular anthology. But yeah, Gunny's fun. I love him. He's so fun to write.
That's awesome. I totally agree with you. I have like a 5,000 word short story, and it's going to be like, I think the shortest thing I've ever written was like 6,900 words for like a beginning screenplay. Yeah, like episode 1 or whatever. So yeah, like 5,000 words. I'm like, how am I going to do this? So I keep thinking to myself, like, I'm just going to be writing the action every time, right? For like my 3 spots instead of the lead up, and then kind of get the thoughts and kind of go from there. That saved me, I think, 2,000 words, but I'll probably still be over in terms of planning. And the person in charge of that project will not be bribed, apparently, past 5,000. So I'm
Oh
gonna have
no.
yeah, I have to get creative and figure that out. But yeah, I totally could understand yeah, your issues with trying to write that character, because you probably want to do past history and
Hmm.
just so many different things, which all sound really cool. So yeah, I definitely could see that issue.